Hello coders, in part 1 and part 2 videos of this concate method, we have seen different parameters and important concepts of this concate method. In this part 3 video of concate method, we are going to discuss remaining parameters like keys, names, verify underscore integrity and short. So let's get started. So before we start, please remember if we want to add hierarchical index to our data frame, then we can use keys and names parameter for sophisticated data analysis. I repeat, if we want to add hierarchical index to our data frame, then we can use keys and names parameter for sophisticated data analysis. So let's understand keys parameter first, then we will discuss names parameter. To save recording time, as you can see, here I have imported pandas as PD. So let me execute this cell. And also I have created two data frames with name df1 and df2 using Python dictionary. So let me execute this cell. So as you can see over here, our data frame 1 with column name and marks, and our data frame 2 with the names name and marks. So now let me write pd.concate our data frame 1 and data frame 2 that we have to pass into Python list. As you know, by default axis is equal to 0, but let me pass explicitly. Now let's pass keys parameter. So keys equal to, in Python list we can pass any string names. So let me pass df1 and df2. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, additional indexes are added over here with name df1 and df2 that we have passed as a keys parameter that you can see over here. So as you can see over here, outermost layer holds the keys that we have passed in keys parameter, and innermost layer holds data frame's original index values that you can see over here. So this way we can add hierarchical index to our data frame using keys parameter. But please remember this, here we have passed axis is equal to 0, means it concatenated two data frames vertically row wise that you can see over here. What if we pass axis is equal to 1, means we want to concatenate two data frames horizontally column wise, as you can see over here. Now additional indexes are added over here. So let me make axis back to 0. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, axis is equal to 0. Our data frames are concatenated vertically row wise. So now as you can see over here, out of this original data frame, we want to access df1 and df2, our first data frame or our second data frame. That we can do by, so for that, let I assign one variable to this statement, data equal to. So let me execute this cell. So now as you can see over here, if we want to access our data frame separately, then we have to write data, this variable data dot lock, and here we can pass any data frame that we want to access. As you can see over here, our df1. Same way also we can access df2 that you can see over here. So this way we can use keys parameter. So now let me discuss our next parameter, names parameter. As you can see over here, to explain you names parameter, here I have created two data frames with name df1 and df2 using Python dictionary. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, our df1 and df2. So now please remember, names parameter can be used to add names for the resulting hierarchical index. If we want to add names for our resulting hierarchical index, we can use names parameter. So now let me show you this practically. So pd.concate our data frame 1, data frame 2, then keys equal to df1 and df2. Names equal to, let me pass label 1. You can pass any string as per your requirement. Label 2. So now let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, our label 1 and label 2. This way we can add names to our hierarchical index. This is label 1 and this is label 2 using names parameter. So now let us discuss our next parameter, verify underscore integrity. Verify underscore integrity can take boolean value, true or false. By default value is false. So verify underscore integrity checks whether the new concatenated axis contains duplicate or not. So as you can see over here, I have created two data frames with name df1 and df2 using Python dictionary. Also I have passed index parameter explicitly with value 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 for df1. Same 0 to 4 for df2. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, df1 and df2. So please remember, we can use verify underscore integrity if we want to verify that the indices in the resulting data frames do not overlap. Means we want to avoid duplicate indices. So let I show you this practically. So let me write pd.concate df1 comma df2. Let me pass axis is equal to 0, which is by default 0. Verify underscore integrity to true. As you can see over here, we are having indices 0 to 4 for data frame 1 and 0 to 4 for data frame 2. So in our case, both data frames are having same indices 0 to 4 and 0 to 4. So if I execute this cell, as you can see over here, value error is generated, that you can see over here. Indices have overlapping values 0 to 4. So now this way we can use verify underscore integrity to check whether the new concatenated axis contains duplicates or not. As you can see over here, we are having duplicates indices 0 to 4 and 0 to 4. That's why here value error is generated. If you want to remove this, then let me change it to 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, data frame 1 having indices 0 to 4. Data frame 2 having indices 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So now as you can see over here, previously value error was generated. Now let me execute this cell once again. As you can see over here, now two data frames are concatenated successfully because both data frames are not having any duplicate indices 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 for data frame 1, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14 for data frame 2. So this way we can use verify underscore integrity. So but please remember, here we have passed axis is equal to 0. So if axis is equal to 0, it will check row indices for duplicate values. This one, this one, this one. So now if we pass axis is equal to 1, as you can see over here, value error is generated. So let us check. So indices have overlapping values, name and marks. So because here we have passed axis is equal to 1, it will check column indices for duplicate values. So as you can see over here, in our original data frame, we are having common column names with name and marks, name and marks. So if we want to remove this error, value error for axis is equal to 1, then we have to change column names. So let me change name 1 and marks 1. So let us execute these data frames. As you can see over here, our df1 having column names name and marks, and df2 having column names name 1 and marks 1. So now if I execute this cell, as you can see over here, now two data frames are concatenated successfully because of we have changed column names with name1 and marks1. So this way we can use verify underscore integrity for rows and for columns. So please remember, for axis is equal to 0, it will check row indices for duplicate values. For axis is equal to 1, it will check column indices for duplicate values. If we specify verify underscore integrity is equal to true, by default value is false. So now let me discuss our next parameter, sort. To explain you this sort parameter, here I have created two data frames with name df1 and df2 with indices 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 for df1 and 0, 1 and 2 for df2 using Python dictionary. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, our data frame 1 and data frame 2. So now sort parameter can take boolean value. By default value is false. So now let I show you this practically. So pd.concate, let me concate df1 and df2 that you can see over here. Both are concatenated vertically, row wise, because by default axis is equal to 0. So please remember, when we concate two data frames, by default the resulting data frame has the same sorting as the first data frame that you can see over here, name and marks and grades that you can see over here, because our first data frame having name and marks, our second data frame having name and grades. So that's why here our resulting data frame concatenated as per our first data frame, first name and marks, as you can see over here. So now if we want the resulting data frame to be sorted alphabetically, so we can use sort parameter. So now let I show you this practically. So for that we have to write pd.concate our df1 comma df2. By default here we mention or not axis is equal to 0. So let me pass it explicitly. Then sort equal to true. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, now columns are sorted alphabetically because axis is equal to 0. So please remember this. Sort method sorts columns if you are adding rows. So here we are adding rows. That's why our sort method sorted column values. If I pass axis is equal to 1, means we want to concatenate two data frames horizontally. Then sort method sorts rows because now we are adding columns. So now let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, now because here we have added columns, rows are sorted. So in our data frames, these indices are already in sorted form. So let me change this. 10, 13 and 21. So 2, 1, 4, 5 and 9. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, our data frame 1 with unordered indices 2, 1, 4, 5 and 9. Our data frame 2 with 10, 13 and 21 as a index values. So now let I execute this cell. As you can see, by default resulting data frame has the same sorting as the first data frame, name, marks, then grades. So now let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, we have added columns. Our rows are sorted with 1, 2, 4, 5, 9, 10, 13 and 21. So please remember, sort method sorts columns if you are adding rows and sort rows if you are adding columns, that you can see over here. So now again if I make axis is equal to 0, Now it sorts our columns because we are adding rows. So if we add columns, then it sorts rows. So please remember, sort columns if you are adding rows and sort rows if you are adding columns. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel. If you like this video, smash that like button. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.